Well, here we are, out in my MG Midget, and we are away. She's a 1972 K registered MG Midget, two former keepers, so 3 owners in all. Has a wonderful specification. MOT till September. She has some leather seats, walnut dash, wire wheels, white dials. She's got an electric aerial even. It is a stereo system which I can't make work, I have to admit. And she's in beautiful condition. She's not perfect, but she is in beautiful condition. As with all old cars, there's a story, and if you've read the listing, then you'll be bored by the next bit, so switch on. Or turn the sound down. Anyway, there's this bloke called Bill, and he was in love with his girlfriend called Karen, so he asked her and she said yes, and they duly got married. Married life was fun, but he thought I could spice this up a bit. I've seen her eyes when we go to a motor show and we look at MG Midgets. She's quite keen on them, so he bought her one as a present. Not just any MG Midget, a really lovely MG Midget that had been done from front to back, from top to bottom and inside out. This MG Midget that I drive now. She loved it. And she loved him. Their days were wonderful, their nights were even better. They had fun, bowling around in the MG Midget. Well, he decided I could spice this up a bit more, so he decided that he'd get her a stereo. And he did, and she was delighted, and she listened to music, and she enjoyed it, and everything was wonderful. Wanting to rev things up again, he decided to buy her a walnut veneer door cappings, dash, and white dials. Duly fitted the lot, and she was over the moon. Oh, their life was wonderful. Shortly after that, not wanting to be outdone by neighbours or whatever, he decided that he would go one stage further, and he bought her some leather seats. Not just any leather seats, but red leather seats with white piping. God, this man was really keen, and so was she. She was having a ball. Then, to really put the cat among the pigeons and to prove his love forever, he went the final whole hog. Wire wheels. Chrome wire wheels, a whole set of them. Actually, one of them is painted, that's the spare, but all the others are chrome and they're beautiful, in beautiful condition. And he fitted them and she was delighted. They had a marvellous time, everything was going really, really well. And she came home one afternoon, a little bit earlier, and found him in bed with her best friend. I think most men think from the waist down, but he probably takes the biscuit. Anyway, as you can imagine, the car was left forlorn and unloved for a little while she got her life back together. And sure enough, she's a very attractive lady. She pretty quickly found a new beau who was capable of thinking from the waist up. And he got the car MOT'd and got it taxed and insured, and they potted about in it, but then they realised it wasn't really for them. And one evening they decided that they had to do something about it. And he said, "What do you want to do about it?" And she said, "Well, I don't know. What do you think?" He said, "I don't know. What do you think?" And so she said, "Do you know what? I fancy having a holiday on the old bastard." So they sold it to me, and that's what they did. That's the story. Bit of a shaggy dog one, but there you go. You can hear all life's tales when you go and buy old cars. I was hoping my daughter would learn to drive on it, but she's a pain in the arse. I tried her on a Morris Minor. She wouldn't have any of that. Bought it, convertible. She loved it but couldn't drive it. I tried her on this. She loved it but couldn't drive it. I don't know why. Just I think she wants power steering and all this sort of bollocks. Anyway, so I'm going to try her on a Beetle, and if that doesn't work, she can have a bloody Lupo and look stupid. I don't know whether you can feel, but she really does run beautifully. There are a few rattles, bumps and whatever, but you'd expect that in an elderly car. There were a few advisories. Wheel bearings need adjusting, and a pin bush on an anti-roll bar link is worn but within limits. It was only MOT'd about 250 miles ago, which is about what I've done in it. Slightly sad, really, because I would have liked to have kept her for longer. But you know what daughters are like when they get minds of their own. Now, this is Berry Hill. It's a fascinating hill. I like Berry Hill. There are lots of bikers who come up here far too fast, and one sort of dies every month. But you watch what happens in this old thing. It's quite a steep hill. It's quite a tough one. My Land Rover comes up here in third. But you watch what this thing does. I'm in an old MG Midget, 1275cc, and I'm overtaking the best modern engineering has to offer with bags to spare, and guess what? I haven't even changed gear. I am still in top, ripping along. It says we're doing 60, we're not, we're doing 50 because it overreads stupidly. But we really are caning it up here. There's no problem at all. We're bowling up Berry Hill. You can feel that, it's just loads of power there. Really stunning little car, this one. A friend of mine says you'll prefer an MG Midget to an MGB. And do you know, I can see it on little roads and twisty little lanes. It is more fun. It's just you chuck it about and have a bit of a laugh. You can't take life seriously in a car like this. You can't get depressed. It's not possible. There we are, 3,500 revs. That's about 65 miles an hour. I'll slow down because it's illegal. There's probably a policeman watching. And there you have it. My little MG Midget. Best of luck.